Jenna, a big game here tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. We're all really excited about it. Obviously, first home game. So we're hoping that we'll get a bit of a turnout and lots of support for the girls.
And I guess Sam Kerr's the big name. Is that your job to make sure she doesn't score?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, well, as a team, we'll try and limit as much as we can her on the ball, but she's obviously a big powerhouse for them, and she's been doing really well lately, so we'll do our best to keep her quiet.
So how do you do that? What's your plan personally to keep up with her?
Just try my best. I mean, she's like one of the best in the world at the moment. Really surprised that she didn't win that Player of the Year, but I'll just be doing my best to shut her down, and as I said, just keep her quiet as much as I can.
Do you still need to play an attacking game yourself just to keep her accountable a little bit?
Yeah, of course. I mean, she's not the main focus of their team. Obviously, she's a big strength in their team, but they've got a lot of other good players and strengths across their whole team. So we'll be looking at not only her but everyone. So not only defending for me, but also trying to get on the end of a couple of attacking players as well.
You've also been obviously drafted by the Crows again. How do you fit all that in?
Yeah, it's challenging, but for my whole life I've had to juggle sports, so I've got the hang of it now, and I'm just grateful that I've got two clubs that are willing to work with each other and coordinate and give me the best of both worlds.
So what happens once I think pre-season starts there in a couple of weeks? Yeah,
it starts in a couple of weeks. I'll join the squad for about a session a week just to get some footy touches in. Considering I've been playing soccer, all year, it'll be good to get on the park and get my skills fine-tuned as well during that pre-season period, ready to go for the beginning of the season.
And there was a little bit of an overlap, I think, at the start of the footy season. How do you blend all that in, or does soccer come first if you're in finals?
Yeah, soccer will come first if you're in finals, obviously. That's priority at the moment. But yeah, there may or may not be an overlap, but we'll just work with the clubs and cross that bridge when we get to it.
What did Ivan say to the team after last week's loss? It was a difficult situation, copped a goal late in the game. What did he say in training this week to prepare you for Perth?
Yeah, he was good. He was encouraging, I guess, as well. And we did a bit of video and tried to look at where we went wrong there and see if we can fix our mistakes. And I'm pretty confident that the girls, recognise where we went wrong, and a couple of little brain fades, I guess, towards the end there, which you can't afford to do at this level. But he was good. We've addressed those issues this week on the track, and hopefully we can. Do a little bit better come those final extra minutes this week.
Besides those brain fades, was the team happy with how everyone performed, considering it was the first proper hit out as a group?
Yeah, first proper hit out.
Can you just look this way a bit more?
Yeah,
sure.
First proper hit out was good for us. I mean, we have obviously round 2 and another game coming in now. We'll, as I said, learn from that and try and put into practice what we want to play a little bit better this week.
Obviously it's not all about Sam Kerr, but how exciting is it, even though she's an opposition player, to have for women's soccer in Australia a superstar like that in women's sport that's really everywhere she's going is attracting the headlines?
It's amazing, to be able to play against a player of that calibre, really test yourself, and if you've got goals like I personally do, it's good to sort of see where you're at and see maybe where you need to improve on as well. And for women's sport in Australia, she's doing massive things, and I guess we're all thankful for her for doing that and sort of putting women's football on the map a little bit. And we'll sort of, along with her, try and give as much as we can to women's football and women's sport in general. A little bit of a boost and try and get as much support as we can along the way.
What is those long-term goals for you? Is it footy or is it Matildas? Or where does it want to go for you?
Well, for soccer, playing for your country is obviously a massive honour, and I'd love to do that one day. So I am sort of working towards that, and hopefully maybe one day I'll get a chance, and that'll be something that I do sort of work towards. And in football, obviously, we had a really successful year last year, so I'll just be looking to have a good individual year and put in some consistent performances, and hopefully we can go back to back as a team.
How long can you maintain playing two elite sports at the top level?
I'm not 100% sure how long it'll last, but I'm just grateful that right now, in the moment, I'm able to do both, and yeah, like as I said with the overlap, we'll just cross that bridge when it comes to it if I have to choose. But I'm not looking forward to that day.
Just showing off. Really.
Has the team set any personal goals to aim towards this season? Is it a matter of making finals, or is it just really taking it week by week?
We want to be the first Adelaide United team to make finals, so that's first and foremost what we want to do. So we'll work towards that, and we'll really be pushing each week to get that goal ticked off, and then once we get there, we'll look towards what's next for us.
You feel like you've improved from last year as a team?
Yeah, as a team.
Stronger, fitter?
Yeah, as a team, we've got a really strong base, and we've been boosted by some really quality internationals as well. So as well as really quality local girls. So we're looking really good over the park, and we have a little bit of depth. So yeah, this weekend it should be a pretty even game, and we're expecting that we can get 3 points.